Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 3 of Pat Plays Pokemon Emerald. So I'm really excited to bring this episode to you guys. Thank you so much for your wonderful feedback in the last couple episodes. And we're just going to start off with a battle here. I'm going to make a couple changes around here. Just based on your guys' feedback, which has, again, been wonderful. So thank you for that. And we're just gonna get started off with this little battle right here. I do enjoy this section of the game a whole lot. There's a lot more Pokemon than you would think are available in this area. Because I mean, you got that first starting route, right? You got Poochyena, you got Wurmple, you got Zigzagoon, then you got Wingull thrown in the mix. Then you got Tailo, Ralts, Lotad, Seedot, Surskit, except in Emerald, of course. You just got like a wide variety of Pokemon to pull from in this game, and I think to me, it seems like more than other games at least until you get into, like modern gen right now, where there's just a whole ton of stuff. But one thing I do want to point out that is different in this gen than anyone who's playing in the modern game is that these types all the types of moves have either a special or physical component, whereas in modern generation it's split, so you have some physical moves of like the water type and then you'll have some special moves. In this game all of water moves are special type, so that's what I was saying earlier, whereas like Poochyena is not very good because it is very high attack, but the dark type itself is special, and you can tell which ones are special just by thinking of all of the evolutions that have ever existed, minus obviously normal Eevee, but like Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and all those guys, plus Dragon, those are all special types. Everything else will be physical, so Ghost will be physical, Rock is physical, Earth is or Ground rather is physical. So I just want to point that out. But going forward, I think I'm not going to have any issues with anything here. Hopefully my audio is fixed. I know there's a couple issues with that, and I know that the banners will be fixed in this episode because there are a few issues with that, with some cropping mistakes. So going forward, hopefully will be a couple less issues. But thank you guys so much for all of the wonderful feedback. It really helps out with getting an idea of an outside perspective on this work. So I'm just gonna finish off this guy. He's just got 3 Wurmples. It's like not much of an issue. I'm gonna go back and heal because, as you can see, Rope was a little bit low. So we'll make sure we take care of that. So I did get a request from my last 2 videos where the next male Pokemon will be named Dave. So we'll definitely be doing that. If I encounter one in this episode, I've got about 2 chances, I would say, before I make it to Dewford, to see if I can run into one. One of them is a guaranteed Whismur, so I really hope I don't run into a Whismur in the next route, because I'm a little tired of having repeats, to be completely honest. It is not super enjoyable. Alright, and here we go. So my team is starting to get a little bit fleshed out. I'm enjoying the structure we've got going on here, so I'm just going to move some guys around real quick. So I'm not super stoked that we're gonna get not a Dustox, a Beautifly. It's not something I like Dustox more than Beautifly, I have to admit. Dustox is just, in my opinion, a superior Pokemon. And I understand that is a little bit controversial. A lot of people will prefer Beautifly. I just think Dustox has a lot more utility, because with either one of them, you're not going to be beating the crap out of people with them, because they just have very low attacking stats. And here's another Poochyena, of course. They're just everywhere. That is, like I said, I think that this is a change that I really like, is that Poochyena is more common than Zigzagoon, because it changes up the dynamic from being that, starting route normal Pokemon. And I think having a little bit of an unusual type in the beginning is preferable, at least for me, because I like having, you get a fire type in Generation 6 through Fletchling. You get a lot of electric types are quite often in these early rounds. Dark types as well, which I think is interesting. And you can just kind of play around with the types a little bit more. So, and easily take care of him. So, but yeah, no, the other day, me and my wife were actually going out, so we went to the gym, and then we were running some errands. And so, okay, before I get into the story, hold on. So this guy right here is apparently in love with Shumish, and then this is the first time that we're going to encounter the evil team. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying though, so we were out to the gym, and then we were running some errands. And we've been, where we live, we have to use coin laundry, so we've been putting off going out to the bank and getting quarters, because right now there's an actual coin shortage, or at least there has been. I don't know if it's still going on. But we were both like, oh, we don't want to go to the bank, because neither of our banks are in the area, which it's just a whole cluster, I have to say. But regardless, we ended up going to the bank and, pulled up, and I was like, okay. The lady, the bank teller or whatever answered, and we're like, can I help you? And I was like, okay, well, we would like some quarters. And she's like, oh yeah, we have those here. And I'm like, of course you do. You're a bank. and then she's like, okay, how much you want? We give her 20, you get 2 rolls of quarters back or whatever. And we're like, all right, awesome. My wife turns to me and she's like, we've been putting that off for like 3 weeks. We could have done that at any point. And I was like, yeah, it was really easy. So we pull away, and I'm like so focused on the fact that we just got quarters. I just go over the curb, and I'm just like, all right, I took that a little bit too sharp. She's like, you're lucky that there wasn't a freaking metal pole there. I'm like, yeah, so I gotta check my tires. Everything's totally fine. But it's just like, yeah, we just pull up, pick up some quarters from this lady, just like probably one of the strangest requests. She watches us drive away, and I go over the curb. I'm just probably like, who the heck are these people? So, anyway, Spoochiana, pretty easy to take out, even though it's level 9. That'll be probably one of the highest levels that we're going to be encountering right now. Supersonic, very good, but fairly situational. So, just take him out, not a problem. So, that's Team Aqua. In this game, you fight both of the teams, which I also thought was like really nice. And this is one thing I do miss, is I think since I think Platinum was the last like third like game, right? You've got red, blue, and yellow. You've got gold, silver, crystal. Crystal's awesome too, I have to say. And then you've got ruby, sapphire, emerald. Then you've got diamond, pearl, platinum. And you don't have like gray or whatever for black and white. You just have black and white too. And then for, okay, this is gonna be a little tough. Then for X and Y, you get Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm pretty sure. I could be completely wrong on that one. And then Sun and Moon. Yeah, no, it is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Sun and Moon, you get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And then for this newest one, the Galar region, Sword and Shield, or whatever they're called. I'm not, because both of these guys have Leech Life, and that will just destroy the rest of my team. So, yeah, I've got Dark type and a Grass type, they're both weak to it. I'm gonna go ahead and potion up. And that should be fine. But yeah, no, and it's kind of frustrating. I do really like, I know they don't sell as well, and I know that's why they don't do it anymore, but I do really like them as kind of like the director's cut, version. Because in each one of these, you just get so much more from the game itself, and I'd rather play this game than, Ruby or Sapphire, just because there's more content. And that's basically it. That's all I'm really looking for in my games. I like the content, So, anywho. There's a Cascade. This should just be easy source of XP for Nemo. Actually, kind of want to grind Nemo up a bit while I'm here before we continue on, because I do want him to learn Wing Attack, and I know that's level 7. Looking around a couple more Cascoons, a couple more Silcoons or something like that, that'd be great. He's dead. Down for the count. These first early routes are always just like super fun, just because you don't know what you're gonna run into. So we're just gonna grind up a little bit. Hopefully 2 more levels on that. Oh yeah, perfect, another Silcoon. I guess this is the first Silcoon in the wild, right? You know, I've got a Silcoon, but it was an evolution from a Wurmple or whatever. So, just gonna keep wiping these guys. It gives you a lot of XP because, you know, they're evolved form level 5. It's a little bit high for the area. So, I'm not in any rush really to get to the next section because it's not a new route. It's just a continuation of 104. I think that's 104, right? What is this? What does the sign say? Trainer tips. Okay, I already knew that. I don't know why I read that. Not wholly. Okay, what is going on here? This is the 3rd Cocoon Pokemon. They're just like, yeah, we want you to get like a move on with your Let's Play. So we're just gonna give you all the Pokemon, give you the most XP. Because I think that the Coons give you the most, besides maybe Shroomish or Slackoth. I'd have to check on that. I'm not super familiar with XP gains, to be completely honest. But, yeah. So I'll just run into another one. If there's another Coon, I'm going to lose my mind. Oh my gosh! It's the 3rd Silcoon in a row. What is going on right now? Like, I have no... Like, okay. I'm happy to get all of these guys in a row. That's awesome. I'm a little confused because I know their spawn rate's like 10% each. And the fact that I'm running to 3 of these specifically, that's not very likely. It'd be more likely to run into a Slackoth, which is like a 5%. So, and if you wanted to see the percentages specifically for this, go watch episode 2. I have the banner come down, even though it is a little bit messed up. Okay, here you go. This is something a little bit more reasonable that I'm supposed to run into. A Wurmple gets significantly higher percentage than either of those other ones. So, that's fine. I mean, I'm not, like, necessarily complaining, because I do appreciate the higher XP. I'm just confused. Again, easy KO. Gonna hit level 9. So, I mean, I'm going by really quickly. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he learns Wing Attack at level 10, so we're just gonna go to level 10. Okay, another Wurmple. I don't know what's up with the oh, it's level 6. Okay, fair enough. But I don't know what's up with the level generation. Or not the Pokemon. I've just run into three Pokemon in my entire trek through here. Oh, I guess the Poochyena as well, right? So, and I'm not really counting what I was grinding up last episode with the rope. So this one's actually a 3 KO, 3-hit KO. So not too much of an issue, not too much of an issue. So I'll just take it out. We'll just I'm gonna head back and heal. Like I said, I'm being a little careful when it comes to some of these guys that I've got. I want to be, you know, taking good care of them. Take good care of them, they'll take good care of you. You know what I mean? Sound like an Italian mobster. So I actually do. So I'm part Italian, like 50%, and the way that I express it, because I'm, you know, white as a sheet, so definitely not Sicilian in any way. But one of my favorite things is I love making Italian dishes. I have a very Mediterranean-oriented diet, besides potatoes and beef, which I get from my Irish side. But I do really enjoy making my own, like, homemade pasta, and, you know, my own little sauces like pasta al limone, or pasta aglio e olio, or pasta carbonara, right? You know, you can say with those, like, kind of Italian inflections. I just find that really fun. I was thinking about learning Italian. I think that that'd be really cool, just to start speaking Italian. The only word I know in Italian is bene, which means good. So I have much to learn in that realm. But I do really like making my own homemade pasta. It's a lot easier than you think. You know, you really only need flour and eggs. I like to throw in a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of garlic, gives it some more flavor. But I was over at a buddy's house, this past weekend, and I think was it this past weekend? Yeah, it had to have been. So I was at a buddy's house this past weekend. A good friend of mine, Mike, and James was there, and Alina was there. Also, good friends of mine, right? Basically brothers at this point with those two guys. But so Alina is, and you guys know James from the podcast, obviously. But Alina is actually gluten intolerant, like she has Crohn's or something, and she can't have gluten because of that. Like it would mess with her just to drink clay or something. I don't really fully understand it, but I just know that she can't have gluten. So she has this gluten-free pasta, or not gluten-free pasta, gluten-free flour. She also has gluten-free pasta, but she has gluten-free flour. And I was like, I really want to make some homemade pasta for everyone, and then make some carbonara. Because I was asking her, and I was like, hey, have you ever had carbonara? And she's like, what is it? I'm like, well, it's basically eggs, Parmesan cheese, and bacon, right? And how can you get a better dish than that, right? It's one of my favorites. And she goes, well, that sounds kind of gross, because why would you want bacon in your pasta? And I was like, what? Excuse me? By the way, another coon. What the hell's going on here? So, anyway. Yeah, so I ended up making it, but the thing is with this gluten-free flour is it was so brittle. Like, I had to be very careful when I was cutting it into linguine, because you move it, it breaks. Like, okay, how am I gonna cook this if when I touch it, it just shatters into a million pieces? It turned out fine. It actually turned out really, really well. I was really pleased with myself. To be honest, it's one of the few things I'm proud of, besides my cats, I guess, and my wife. But it actually turned out really well. And then the following day, I made just with regular spaghetti. I didn't make my own homemade pasta because it's just it's very time consuming, and that's the only downside to it. But I made pasta al limone the following day, which was really nice. It was really good. Turned out really well. Again, I did cook out the lemon a little bit more than I would have liked to. I did it a little bit early, but it was fine. Turned out really well. Got raving reviews on that too. So, I actually had a buddy of mine who was just standing over while I was making the carbonara, just watching me, like, hey, oh, good, you crush your garlic before you slice it. Good, oh, good, man, good. I was like, all right, thanks for the feedback, but I think I know what I'm doing. I've done this, I don't know, countless times at this point. I have my whole system set up. But, regardless, it's a fun process. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy making homemade stuff. I was talking to my wife, and I was like, I kind of want to have a garden. I want to have this. I want to have that. And she's like, you just want to make everything yourself, don't you? I'm like, well, I do make my own homemade sauce. And obviously with carbonara and whatnot, you're gonna the point of it is the sauce. But I do have my own homemade marinara sauce recipe that I got from my mom. It's really, really good. I don't want to give away any of the secrets, obviously, but it is very, very good. I do very much enjoy it, and I've gotten raving reviews. I've actually bottled it up and given it away to people who come over for dinner, because whenever we have guests over, I always give them leftovers, because I mean if they enjoy it, I can always make more for myself. So, but they don't necessarily have access to me in their kitchen, so I'm always more than happy to share with other people, of course. So I think this will probably get us to level 10 on Nemo. Excellent. So, perfect. Okay, did not learn wing attack, which kind of sucks, but we're just gonna continue on. I think I spent enough time in the forest. So we're gonna get these orange berries over here. This might be a little bit of a longer episode because I added a little bit of grinding in there, so I'm looking for about 30 minutes here. But we're just gonna continue on then. Alright. So up here I know there's a couple items. I hopefully will not miss one. I remember that there's some of these open spots are duds, basically. So I think this one is. I'm just gonna check. Yep. And this one, oh crap. This one should be an item. And then the one above is a dud, and the one to the right is a dud. So we're just gonna get out. And then if I go in here, there's one of these ladies, one of these lovely ladies will give me berries. Okay, I don't know if I wanted to learn about berries, I don't know if she gives me any. Yep, okay, so it's gotta be this one over here, I think. Yep, that is a Persian berry. Okay, I think that one heals confusion. I could be completely wrong, though. And then she gives you a watering pail. I'm not going to be watering or growing any berries. I'm just going to be completely honest. Zero interest in doing any of that. Okay, so we have... I'll throw out Nemo first, get him leveled up. So this guy actually flips with the other girl. They're basically the same. They both have a level 7 Zigzagoon, and they both have tons of money and a full restore, so... We'll just take them out. Again, I don't have water gun, which is kind of frustrating. I thought I got it at level 10, I guess not. I know you get it pretty early, but I can't remember which one it is. This is going to be great for the upcoming fights. This is a couple grass types, and I don't really have a whole lot of answers to them right now. And here comes the full restore. And this is what I was avoiding earlier with being in that certain threshold, but it is whatever. Just a couple more water guns here, a little bit more of your time. It's all lands. So we'll take him out. Not a problem, not a problem. And then there's a couple more trainers up ahead here. But like I said, a lot of them have grass types, and I don't have a whole lot of good responses to them. But I guess the best option that I have right now is rope. He's a little bit injured. So we'll just heal him up real quick. Oops. Alright, there you go. He's up to full, and then if we run into the... Okay, I'm gonna immediately run into this lady. Well, I mean, you've already started the challenge, so yeah, I'm guessing you will battle me. It's fine. Alright. I think she got Shumish, or Lotad. She might have both. Don't exactly remember. Alright, and the shield. Decent amount of damage. It sucks that Poison Sting is my best move I have right now against grass types. There's so many other options I could be using. Also, I have such a low attack naturally that, like, the growl doesn't really do very much. Yeah, I get it, I get it. Hey, we got the poison. Could have used that earlier, because we could have saved a turn. But it's whatever. Why is it only using growl? I know it has Astonish, like, which hits me. But whatever. So I'll just take that out, get all that juicy EXP level 8. Awesome, love to see it. So we got Shumish coming out here too. Just poison sting it to death. Again, you know the drill, So we'll just take it out. But yeah, no, recently, so we actually, so me and my wife got a kitten about, I want to say two, maybe 3 weeks ago. At this point, just because, so our big cat, Reggie, who's been in a couple of videos just in the background and stuff, he's a big gray Maine Coon. He's absolutely adorable, super duper friendly too. But we got a kitten recently, and like they were having a little bit of an issue when we brought him in first because Reggie's a little bit territorial. He doesn't do too well with other cats, so he's like hissing and like batting at him and all that kind of stuff. But eventually, he actually warmed up, and now they're just like inseparable, and it's absolutely adorable. Reggie is super patient with them too, which is awesome as well. I do really appreciate his just, you know, because Jax is a little baby kitty. He will like just tackle Reg out of nowhere, like he'll just run at him and like jump on his and like, you know, scratch at his fluff or whatever, and I can see that being very annoying for cats, because I mean he does it to my foot, and that is annoying itself. But so the tactic here is you want to kill the Lotad and then just leave the C-Dot, because the C-Dot can't hit you unless you hit it. So I'm gonna try to beat the crap out of it really quickly. But anyway, as I was saying. But yeah, so they've been like fighting a lot. But I've got this bed next to my setup in my office, and that's usually where Jack sits. But now Reggie's been sitting there, and then Jax will just come up and just sit on Reggie in the bed because Reggie takes up the whole bed. So it is just super cute just to watch them, you know, like cuddle up and just be like absolutely adorable with each other. So I'm very, very happy with the boys, to say the least. They've been very, very good. So it seems though that whenever my wife's home, they seem to go into like insane, like just, you know, like running around all the time. And when I'm home, they take a nap. I'm just like, okay, whatever, sure. So she sees them, she's like, they're little devils, and I'm like, no, they're really, really good, you know. So this Cita just seems to be wanting to use Harden, which is fine. I'll just whittle it down. And, you know, it's a good source of XP for Mona. Catch her up to be with the rope. I'm starting to think that Poison type might not be a physical move, because it doesn't seem to get affected by anything that deals with physicals, so. But I could have sworn that it was special, or it was physical. So, anyway, not entirely sure. Easily just take him out, get Mona some XP, very happy with that, and we'll just continue on. So we're gonna skip that guy for right now, because I know we're coming up to the end here of this episode. I'm gonna run and heal here, heal really quickly, and we'll end it up by catching a Pokemon. As long as I catch it, obviously, like that's the that's the goal. And if it's one of those rares, like if it's you'll see the list popping up in just a sec. But if it is one of those rare Pokemon, I'm gonna just be super excited, because that'd be really cool to have. So I'm gonna avoid that guy because I don't really want to get into a battle right now. All right, let's see, what is it? What do we got? Nincada. Okay, not the best thing in the world, not the worst. You get an interesting ghost type out of it. It actually gives you 2 Pokemon too, which is nice. So this one's going to be Dave. Like I said, next Mailmon will be Dave. I'm just going to bag it. Hopefully we catch it. It's only level 6. Okay, never mind then. That's the only frustrating thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's you know, I don't want to kill it, because I probably will if I use anything else. But here, let's go ahead. We'll switch out for, I don't know. I don't really have anything that will do more damage without killing it, because water gun's just gonna murder it. All right. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna switch out to Wingull, and I'm actually gonna Supersonic it. We're gonna one more. No, I'm just gonna Supersonic it. Screw it. So we're gonna give it one more chance with Poison Sting, but I'm like, it'll just heal it back with Leech Seed. Like I said, Water Gun will kill this thing. That's actually interesting, because Supersonic has like a 50-50 or 50-50 shot of hitting. And of course it uses Leech Light, naturally. No problem. Yeah, so it's Poison Sting does 1 damage. Okay. It is a ground bug, so that's fine. Okay. Full health, no problem. The problem was that I had damaged it. So, alright. We're just gonna name it Dave. Yes, sir. So this is for the comments from the last videos. So, alright. So, anyway, so we'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you can. Also, go follow us on Twitch. We need the extra follows to get affiliated. You guys have been doing a great job of doing that. Just continue it up. And I'll hope to see you next week with episode 4. Have a wonderful rest of your day.